Welcome students. This is Mr. Gee with a video that will go over some of the quizzes that students have requested to be able to retake. The quiz that we took on, I think it was congruency in triangles, it talks about where we had to do a combination of either a reflection or a rotation followed by a translation. The idea as you go through this, the first thing we have to determine is if we have a reflection at play or a rotation. And the easiest way to do this is always test for a reflection first, and if it fails on that, then we automatically default and say it must be a rotation, and then we go from that point. I'm going to draw myself a line right here. I think this is a reflection around the y-axis. And the reason why I think that, and I've talked to some of you about this in class, if I was to put my hand up there, you can see B's right here by my little finger. A is over here. They're both on the outside part of my hand, and then C's on the inside. Now if I were to take this and I were to flip it over like turning a page, do you see that my thumb would still be on the inside, and then my fingers would still be at the top? C stays there, B's on the outside along with A. So that's a good giveaway that we have a reflection. If that doesn't happen when you do that test, it means that you're looking for a rotation first, either 90, 180, or 270. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this. Alright, we've decided that we're going to be doing a reflection, and the easiest point to test first is testing C to see how to get to C prime. C reflects across the y-axis, so it's 2 away. It'll be 2 away. That is C prime. And now how do I get this C prime to its final destination? It looks like I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rule that I'm looking at is a reflection on the y-axis and a translation of x. I don't move left or right, so it's x plus 0 and y minus 5. Now I have to test one more point to make sure that it's right. I'll go ahead and use blue. Let's take a look at A. There's A right there. I'm going to move it down 2 and over 8. So down 2 over 8 would bring me right there. So there's my A prime after the reflection. Now how do I get A prime down to A? Well, according to this rule, I don't move left or right because the x is 0. And then I move down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the rule. So you'll look through your multiple choice answers and choose the best one. Okay, here's the diagram for the next problem. Check a reflection. If it would be around probably be around the x-axis. It would reflect this way. And use A to A prime. A is 2 away, 2 up. So there I would go there, A prime. And then to get to A prime, I would move, looks like 4 units to the right and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's reflection on the x-axis. And then the translation is x plus 4 and y minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like that does not Well, we have to check another one. I don't think it's going to work. Let's take a look at let's take a look at B and then B prime. You can tell there's no way that that translation from B to B prime is going to work like it did for A to A prime. That is really, really apparent that this is not a reflection followed by a translation. Now we'll go ahead and do a rotation. Now remember, on a rotation, for every 90 degrees that you go, remember the X and Y switch, and then whatever quadrant that we end up in, like in quadrant number 3, both ordered pair will be negative. And if I end up in quadrant number 4, the X is positive and the Y is negative. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with this one. A prime right here is the point -10 and 2. If I take it a 90-degree rotation, A prime will become a -2 and a -10. Well, a -2 and a -10 is right here. Now I have to see how I get to A prime. Has to be at this point right here. I count left 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1, 2. The rule for this one then is, looks like a rotation of 90 degrees. It's counterclockwise, and then I have a translation of X minus 4 and Y plus 2. Now all we need to do is choose another point to test. I'm going to test C. This is C right there. There's C prime. C is at a -4, -4. So C is at a -4, -4. I'm going to rotate at 90 degrees, and if I rotate at 90 degrees, C prime becomes 4, -4, right? They switch places, and both of them are a 4. The first one's positive, the second one's negative. So 4, -4 is right there. Now, I'm going to check the translation to see if it's right. I should go, it says here left 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1, 2. That means I do have the right combination, so I'll look through my multiple choice answers and make sure I check this one right here.